guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. If I haven't made this obvious enough since starting this channel, I love Disney. I've made it super obvious. I love Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan. I love the movies. I love going to Disney World. It is probably the one thing I'm like super obsessed about, super into. Granted, I'm into a lot of different things, but Disney is like up there. And of course, I am a real life Disney princess. It is so obvious, you know, birds sing to me. I enjoy life for the most part, you know, yada yada yada. But something I was thinking about was what would happen if you mixed up like all the Disney princesses and their movies and like switch them in their movies? What would happen? How would they handle the environment? How would they interact in the story? How would they survive essentially? So what I'm gonna do is we are gonna play a little game, and I wanna mix up all the Disney princesses and their movies, and let's see how they would interact and, you know, survive in a sense. Am I obsessed? Maybe. Who knows? So my Pooh Bear mug is gonna have all the Disney princesses, and then this Disney mug has all of their movies. We're gonna scramble them up, mix them up, pick randomly. I promise I'm doing this randomly. This is not rigged. I was gonna rig it, and then I was like, that's not fair. So we're gonna start, and we're just gonna get into it. Shout out to my co-workers, Joshua and Joey, for supplying me with this idea for a video. So thanks, guys. First princess, I got Pocahontas. Sleeping Beauty. That's a little bit of a weird altercation. You have Pocahontas, Native American princess, daughter of the chief, you know, lay in the land, one with the earth. Beauty, she is Grace. She is Miss United States. She is literally America. If you put her in a story like Sleeping Beauty, I'm not sure if that would make sense, because then she'd be dealing with a dragon like, oh my god, what the hell is this? She'd be like, I don't understand any of this, but you know what? I'm curious, and I'm like all about like learning the world and such. I think she'd just be chilling. She would literally just chill in the forest with like all the different animals and probably sing to herself and have no interaction whatsoever with any of the story. So she'd be kind of like, all right, I guess I'm gonna, you know, chill here. All right, got Rapunzel. The Princess and the Frog. Okay, this is sort of like a, I guess, a magic on magic type situation. You know, you got Rapunzel, she's got her long ass hair that's also magical as well. Her only weapon is essentially a frying pan. So then she's got to deal with like, what is it? It's like 1930s, 1940s New Orleans and all that, you know, voodoo magic stuff. She could use her magic hair to just like turn the Frog Prince back into like a human. You know why? Because I say so, and I think that could happen. And then she would just like go, you know, whip her hair around the voodoo doctor and be like, nah, this ain't happening. Because she's like, I'm gonna go explore life and you ain't gonna interrupt my life. She'd also be like, oh my god, what are cars? There's cars driving around. Oh, this is like modern day. I ain't gonna deal with this. I'm gonna go have a grand old time, and I'm gonna enjoy New Orleans and, you know, listen to some jazz music, eat some beignets, and I'm gonna go enjoy myself by the swamp. So
you like jazz?
Moana! I love Moana. She will go to Frozen. Okay, so you know what? This is like a perfect scenario for she ain't gonna do well, because Moana is all about like, the ocean chose me.
The ocean chose me.
I'ma sail across the sea to Tahiti. How's she gonna do that when Arendelle is all frozen? All right, she's got no control over the ocean because the ocean is frozen solid. So honestly, I think she's just gonna freeze her little butt off and not know what to do. She's literally has no resources because she's all about the water, and she's just gonna freeze and die. I think that's how it's gonna end for her, because the ocean is nowhere to be found. Yeah, there's a fjord in Frozen, but that gets frozen over like completely. So, and she doesn't have magic, so there's no way that the ocean is gonna go help her, because the ocean is, you know, non-existent in this movie. So I think Moana is just gonna freeze to death, and that's that. Who's the next victim? Oh, Merida. Beauty and the Beast. I know exactly how this would go. She would get trapped in Beast Castle and she'd be like, oh, I'm not into this. So she would just, I think, take like a bow and arrow to the beast and run away, because she's like, I'm not dealing with you. She's like big, strong, you know, she dealt with bears the entire movie, her mom being a bear. So she literally would just like shoot off her bow and arrow, either kill the beast or just, you know, severely injure him and then run away. Oh, she would also beat the actual crap out of Gaston. She'd be like, I am not dealing with you, goodbye. Okay, Aurora, you know, from Sleeping Beauty. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Okay, Aurora literally does nothing in her own movie. So honestly, this is just gonna be like the same thing. She's just gonna be passed out, hibernating in, you know, the world of Snow White, and then the dwarfs are gonna come find her and be like, oh, we got like another sleeping chick. Oh, what do we do here? You know, it's essentially gonna be like the same storyline. I feel like, you know, the witch is gonna poison her with a poison apple. She's gonna eat it, she's gonna fall asleep, and then, you know, Prince Charming is gonna have to come and like kiss her and then save her, and, you know, yada, yada, yada. It's literally the same storyline as Sleeping Beauty. So there's really no difference here. Jasmine Moana. Jasmine and Moana, I think, would be a better situation for her, because she's literally just an Aladdin like in the middle of a desert. Being in Moana, she could do what she wants and she could travel the world and get on a boat and just be free like she literally wants to. So she would make out perfectly. I think she's badass enough to deal with all the crap that they deal with in Moana. Like, you know, she would go to the island of Tahiti. She would not take anything from Maui. She literally would grab him by the ear and be like, no, you literally are killing the earth. Go put this little stone back. Boss lady. And she would get stuff done. I think Jasmine would literally make out perfectly. I think she would be probably the most successful in any movie. Okay, Mulan. The Little Mermaid. Honestly, she would just like samurai sword Ursula and be done with it. She'd be like, that's it, movie done. And Prince Eric, I really don't need you, because let's face it, you do nothing in that movie anyway. So, oops. Belle, actually my favorite Disney princess. Tangled. Okay, so Belle would get trapped and she'd be like, I don't know what to do, but I'm smart because I read a lot of books. She's gonna get like Stockholm syndrome, where you fall in love or you're like captivated by your, I guess, like kidnapper somewhat. So she would literally, I think, just like do whatever Mother Gothel says. But because she reads a lot of books, she would probably get crafty to try and escape. She doesn't have long hair like Rapunzel, so how would she get out of the tower, first of all? And Flynn Rider would just like pop on over and look up and be like, hey, do you want to come down? And then she would look down and be like, I can't, I'm sorry, I have no idea how. Also, it's like, Belle's not like the strongest of princesses. Yeah, she's smart, you know, and she's like kind of a modern day woman, if you want to call it, because, you know, according to that Disney movie, if you read books, then you were, you know, weird. So, but I don't think she would really do anything. She wouldn't be rebellious to be like, yes, I'm getting out of this tower. No, she literally would just like be trapped for the rest of her life and probably starve to death, and that's about it. I got Elsa and Anna. They're a package deal. I'm not separating them because they're in the same movie. Cinderella. Another no-brainer situation. You know, like Elsa and Anna, they have their stepmother. Elsa could literally freeze her stepmother and stepsisters like that, you know, then just run away to do whatever she wants. And then Anna would just fall in love with Prince Charming, and that be that. You don't need the fairy godmother, because Elsa is like, you know, Anna's fairy godmother and whatnot, because she's got magical powers. So she would freeze everybody and everything, and then Anna would just go be her, you know, I guess princessy goofy self and be like, I'm gonna fall in love with the prince, because that's all she wants, because, you know, love is an open door. So love is an open door. Cinderella. Pocahontas. So that one doesn't quite make any sense, and it wouldn't make any sense. Cinderella would just, you know, be like a normal chick, hang out with the animals, and then go meet the, you know, the colonists. That's kind of a boring one if you want to think about that. Because what does she do in her own movie? She literally talks to animals and then has the fairy godmother to like get her to the prince, and then loses a shoe, and then the prince finds her again with the shoe. She's probably like the most boring out of all the princesses if you think about it. So she literally would just do nothing. Snow White, the worst Disney princess out of all of them. Yes, I did say that because it's true. Brave. It's a hot take because it's true. Snow White would literally like obey anybody in Brave because that's who she is. She's this little doe-eyed princess who doesn't do anything and can't do anything for herself, and she's just she really is the worst Disney princess out of all of them, to be honest. I think the only thing she would be afraid of is the bear. That's it. Like, she literally would probably like pass out if, you know, her mother turned into a bear. So, you know, this is another one that she'd be just like, she'd be running around like freaking out over every little thing. So she would not be successful, and I think the bear would probably eat her like instantly. So she's dead. Okay, Tiana in Mulan. Tiana is a do-it-yourself kind of woman. You know, she is working towards getting a restaurant, and she would just be like defying the odds in the world of Mulan, or of like, I guess like Chinese empire. Back then it's supposed to be, you are a polite, quiet woman and you are to get married and that's it. So Tiana would definitely be like, no, I'm gonna go do my own thing. I'm gonna go fight in the war and you can't tell me not to. So probably her and Mulan are very similar in that sense. They're strong, independent woman, and she don't need no man either. So she's gonna be like, she'll probably survive during the war. I don't know if she'll fight, but she'll survive. Last one. Okay, Ariel, Aladdin. This is a no-brainer. Ariel is a fish. Aladdin is taking place in a desert. She would shrivel up and die, all right? She literally would like, she's a fish out of water. So she would shrivel up, die, it's dry, it's hot in Agrabah. She did. All right, so those are all the Disney princesses, all their movies, how they would survive. You know, you be the judge on how they would do well in other movies. Don't take my word for it, but you should, because I am an expert and I know all this because, you know, I love Disney. Also, Disney, if you want to hire me for anything, hi, hello, how are ya? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment below on how you think some of these princesses would do in these movies. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon so you get a notification every time I post a new video. Let me know what you guys want to see, and yeah, I'll see you next time.